Hello and welcome to historic Memorial Arena. It's the Saturday night battle with your Edina Hornets versus East Grand Forks. Don't know what their mascot is. We now have a special guest interview. Peter Fitzgerald will interview our honorary mayor of this weekend, Mr. Mike Saber.
Mike, how you doing tonight?
It's an honor and a privilege to be here representing the city of Edina and the Edina Hornet Hockey Association.
All right, so we're here tonight, Saturday night, historic Memorial Arena, town of 2,800. How many folks do you figure are here tonight from the town of Roseau? It seems packed.
Well, the line out the door was quite inspiring to see the dedication of the entire community for this event. It has that feeling of a Saturday night in St. Paul in March. These boys, many of them will have that opportunity going forward, but tonight is a very special experience here in this historic building.
That's outstanding. So obviously the Hornets leading up to this tournament were on a bit of a dry spell, a little bit of a slump. They seem to have pulled it together, and they are facing a very difficult East Grand Forks team who in fact has probably beat a couple AA teams. So what do you like about tonight's matchup, or what do you not like about tonight's matchup?
Oh, I like everything about tonight's matchup. It is going to challenge the Hornets to play their game. If the Hornets play their game, they can beat anybody in the state. East Grand Forks is a powerful opponent, and they will bring everything, right? Because we all know everyone hates Edina.
Especially when you guys wear outfits like that. Are you getting the full appreciation of the outfit? I get to see that hat. It's getting close to my head.
All right, so what do you think are Edina's strengths that they need to focus on? Offense, defense, goaltending, puck control, penalty kill. What do you think Edina needs to do?
That's a great question. I think, again, we have the complete game. What I love about this team is the resiliency of the challenges that have been brought to us from injury and being called up, some other things that have gone on. The team has responded and found a way to be competitive. And I think as we build upon what we've done so far in this tournament, this will be a great litmus test to see what we can do going forward. Because once we get set in our lines, I think we will be able to elevate our game significantly. But, you know, I'm a little biased. It all starts with defense, right? They help the goalies. The goalie helps the offense. And it's a complete team effort. And that's what I like most about this team.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. That's good insight. So one of the things they talk about Roseau is it's a more physical game up north. So what do you think about the reffing this weekend and the style of play, and is it good for these Edina kids? Edina kids are good skaters, but do they have the grit? Can they handle the checking? Can they deliver the checking? Talk about the physical side of the game.
I think that's a great experience to have up here, because once you get north of 694, it's a different hockey game. It's Ranger hockey, as I like to call it. It is about physicality, it is about grit. And I think the first game in this tournament, when we played Roseau came out and was much more physical than what we've seen considerably in the cities. And I think that does help sharpen our boys' attitude toward, I can work physically and take control of the puck, etc. I don't have to be a meathead. I just want to play a better game of hockey. And some of that time is a hard rub out. Some of that time is just being grittier on the puck and digging it out. And I think our boys are learning a lot from that this weekend.
Outstanding. Well, listen, Mike, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your insight. Any parting comments before we drop the puck here?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Roseau's youth working the score box here.
The median age is 12 in that.
Yeah, which is really cool. You got the youth working the penalty box and
the scoreboard.
So Ryan, thanks for that opportunity, and it's all yours from here, brother. Thanks for all you did.
Saber, ladies and gentlemen, that was a classic. You're going to want to record that one and go rewatch it. Like he said, it's Saturday night in Roseau. We got the top two teams that have performed on the weekend about to match up. There are people who have studied these brackets far more than me, but my understanding is these two teams could actually meet in the championship game depending on how this ends. So even if Edina were to win or lose, but if they were to lose and keep a goal differential fairly minimal, these two teams could certainly match up again tomorrow. So we will keep tracking that. I know after 2 periods, we will probably be studying the boards in the lobby area even more closely. That was Edina giving their final cheer. They are headed to center ice with the starting 5. Starting with the starting 6, our goaltender is Oliver Schreiber. He's played so well all year long. He is in net tonight. This is one of the top-ranked teams in the state, East Grand Forks. We happen to be with some of their parents at the American Legion, about 100 yards from the entryway, and everyone's fired up. People were being very civil in the American Legion. It may not get as civil once the puck gets dropped. Off this opening sequence, Keel takes it across the blue line. He gets the first shot on net. That was tipped, so slow the progress of the puck. Well kept in there by White. He sent it up and high to the back of behind the net. This is an icing. Referee's arm goes up. Player for East Grand Forks slams his stick against the boards. You may have heard that. We are underway, 31 seconds into the game. I'm not kidding, there are literally like 12 and 13-year-olds working the scoreboards. This draw, controlled by East Grand Forks. This is East Grand Forks bringing it into the Edina zone, but they did so offside. So draw coming up in the neutral zone. Salmon, Falk, Finn, Engel, and Fitzgerald on the points. That was Fitzgerald. He got it to Finn. Finn sent it back to Engel. Engel's forced to retreat. Turns back to Finn. Here comes Finn through the neutral zone across the red line. Falk went in offsides, not called. Falk with it. Falk's got 2 guys on it. Feeds it back to Engel. Engel unable to keep that one in, so East Grand Forks brings it across the blue line into the Edina end. That's Engel battling behind the net. Tried to feed Finn, still loose in front. Eventually that is Torin with it. Torin got it across the red line, sent it down low, no icing. Quick pace of the game so far. This game looks and feels a lot different than the other 3 games that Edina's played up here. And handily won all of them. Grand Forks sent that one all the way down. Referee's arm is up. Draw coming up in the East Grand Forks end. Played a little over a minute and a half. Most of the play has been to the right side of the screen, which is good. That's the East Grand Forks side. East Grand Forks, of course, on this side of the Red River. It is a Minnesota city, so this is a team that we could meet later. As I said in the morning game, East Grand Forks is hosting the state tournament this year for the Bannerman. That doesn't assure that they will be there, but I'm sure they have aspirations of being there. As I said, they're a top-ranked team. This is Keel. He's got a guy on him. Keel definitely able to get the puck back off the forechecker. He's still got that forechecker on him. Keel eventually got it to Seaman. Seaman being harassed on those near boards. Still in, still dangerous. Eventually Torin comes up with it. Torin to White. White across the red line, sends it down low. Seaman gives chase. Other skaters for Edina go get a change. Edina is in white. They are the home team in white. It's Seaman and Salmon, held in there by Engel. Engel's shot. Hit traffic in front. That's Salmon pursuing, but East Grand Forks is able to break out.
Engel defending. Shot goes wide. Saber on those sideboards. Sent out to the point for East Grand Forks. Shot. Good job by Sprague getting in front of that one. Held in. East Grand Forks has some big players. We've got some big players too, but they're probably beating us on the size advantage. Salmon and Saber in the quarter. This is dangerous. Sent to the point. Shot from the outside. Gets all the way through. Saved by Scriber. There's Engel. He's got a guy right on him. Takes it back behind the net. He's going to feed his partner Saber. Saber to Salmon. Salmon is looking to chip it to Roy. Roy's harassing that player. Roy steals it from him. Tried to get it back to Salmon. Salmon gets taken down. No call. There's a turnover. Good forecheck leads to the turnover. Still loose. Roy. Salmon on the forecheck. Eventually East Grand Forks is able to break out. Fitzgerald to his partner Van Sumeren. Falk in the open ice. Avoids the check, then gets it down low. White's also giving chase on the forecheck. This game has lived up to its billing in terms of pace so far. It's going to be a high stick if Grand Forks touches it. They don't, so Fitzgerald collects it. Tipped by Grand Forks. But White comes up, a White shot from the outside. Second shot on net for Edina. White battling. Torin helping out. Oh, good check there by Finn. That's a really good check by Finn. That's exactly what we need him to start doing. Referee's arm is up for an icing. It's not going to make it there. Van Sumeren with it. Grand Forks on the change. Grand Forks feeds it up to White. Gets past his stick. A bunch of Edina players go off for a change. Grand Forks. This is a mini opportunity for them. Saber defending. Shot. Blocker saved by Scriber. Puck still loose. Keel with it now. Seaman to Torin. Torin finds Salmon. Salmon tried to break towards the middle. Salmon still with it. Wasn't able to get a shot on. There's Saber across the blue line. Saber is trying to feed Seaman. Good check there by Seaman. And that hit the referee. I think that got out and then back in. That leads to a offsides draw here in the neutral zone. That was a fast 5.5 minutes, or more than 5.5 minutes in. White, Roy, Sprague, Engel, and Fitzgerald out there for Edina, and White stolen there by White. Tip forward. Roy. Here comes Grand Forks the other way. This is dangerous, 2-on-1. Sprague sprinting to get back, and Grand Forks gets a goal on that. That was an unfortunate change of events. 2-1 turned into a shot past Scriber. Edina's facing their first deficit of the weekend. They've had some good opportunities. This is still early. That goal just under 11 minutes remaining in the first period. I got shots 3-2 in favor of East Grand Forks. They're first on the board. Van Sumeren tried to push it forward, but kept in by Grand Forks. This is Keel. Keel's got two guys on him. Eventually Salmon in to help out. Finn. Finn past the red line. This is taken away from him in the neutral zone. Grand Forks goes D to D. There's Salmon. Here comes Salmon. Grand Forks rings it around. Now they're in a foot race. Icing is waved off as Pitt touched it. They've got speedy players. They're not afraid to take the body, as you would expect for a Northern team. There's White getting it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Grand Forks goes D to D. Now they're going to bring it right back into the Edina zone. That's Engel defending. Centering pass. Steered away. Finn got that to White. Here's White across the blue line. Engel sends it all the way down. This team is able to break it out much better than other teams we played this weekend. There's far more skill. There's a good save there by Scriver. Shot on goal. Engel and White battling down low. These Grand Forks with it. They send it to the point. It's a Danish shot that goes wide, and then not in the net. Not in the net. That was right on the doorstep. I'm surprised that Grand Forks wasn't able to get this in, but here's Seaman back the other way. Good opportunity by Seaman. Good shot and save. White foot's battling. Sprague brings it back to Van Summerlin. Van Summerlin to Fitzgerald. Really good action on both sides of the net here recently. Good scoring chances for each. Here's Roy across the line. Poked away by Salmon. Salmon, good job of taking the body. Got a stick caught by the East Grand Forks player. We wanted a holding penalty. I don't think he's going to get it. Offsides is waved off. Good use of the angles by Grand Forks. Fitzgerald had 2 forecheckers on him, able to push it forward. This is Roy in pursuit. Sent cross ice. Sprague tried to find Salmon. This is Grand Forks across the blue line. Shot from the outside, gloved. Oh, really good save there by Scriver. That was a good save by Scriver to keep this at 1-0. Oh, that's a dangerous play. That's another really good save by Scriver. Edina's on their heels. They need to get it out of the zone. They do. This is Grand Forks with it. Edina's getting fresh skaters out there. There's a shot save. There's 3 shots in that sequence. We need Grand Forks now has 7 shots scored at my count, 3 for Edina. It's been a while since Edina's been able to get any sustained pressure in the Grand Forks zone. There's 7:31 left in the first period. Grand Forks on these near boards. Sends it back. There's a shot from the outside. Blocker save. Finn clears it out. That's going to be an icing. Referee's arm goes up. Good blocker save there by Scriver. Scriver has made some really top level saves here early. We need to get the goaltender for East Grand Forks to be making similar top level saves. Start getting some more opportunities on the right side of your screen. Here comes Finn off that draw. Pushes it to Falk. Falk. It's by a guy in the neutral zone. Finn's in there to help out. Good job by Finn pushing it forward. This is Falk. Falk centering attempt. No one was home. Good check on that by White. Keel's battling here in the neutral zone. Then Keel sends it down low. Grand Forks goes D to D. Good check there by Finn. Keel unable to hold it in, but White there to collect it in the neutral zone. White trying to send it in, but taken off his stick by Grand Forks. They go D to D. Now they're into the Edina zone. It's on the break, sends it back up to the top. It's a dangerous shot from the outside. Scriver gloved that one. Holds on, draw coming up to the left of him. 6:32 left in the first period.
Go green, come on boys.
This game so far has lived up to its billing. There's 2 good teams going at it. That's Engel battling, along with Salmon. Salmon comes up with it. Salmon pushes it forward. That goes by the defender. Here comes White. White's battling, nicely done by Grand Forks, but they sent it back in. It's going to be an intentional offsides. Goes back to the Grand Forks part of the blue line and the neutral zone. These boys know they're in a battle. These are some good teams going head to head here. Draw controlled by Grand Forks. Good play there by Engel to address the man and keep it in the zone. Now Grand Forks is able to get it out, but unable to complete the pass, so Fitzgerald has it. Fitzgerald's got a guy right on him. He sends it to Engel. Engel to Salmon. Salmon battling in the neutral zone. Eventually, Torin with it. Torin sends it down low. Salmon's first on the forecheck. Good job there by Torin. Engel shot from the point goes wide. Goalie still got his blocker on it. This is Fitzgerald. Hits traffic as he's trying to send it down low. Engel's got a guy on him in the neutral zone. Punches it off the boards. Good action both sides on a 5:20. That was a good headman pass by East Grand Forks. Engel coming back to help out. Goal came off. Goal is off. I think that's going to stay down here. Good recovery there by the defenders. 5:12 left in the first period. Looks like that draw is going to stay in the Edina zone. I think it was Edina that sent that one. Sent the net off. I've got shots at 8-3 in favor of East Grand Forks. The draw is in the Edina zone. White's taking it. White wins it to Van Sumlin. Van Sumlin dispossessed of the puck. Now he's back with it. Tried to send it to Falk. East Grand Forks intercepted. Puck still up. Good catch there by White. Gets it immediately on his stick. Then he goes cross ice to Roy. Roy to White. White down below the. Yep, it's going to be a high stick call on East Grand Forks. Edina going to go on the power play. That was a high stick. First penalty we've had of the game. Player for East Grand Forks was trying to defend White. White just rode him. White was just too quick for him, and his stick started riding up as he was following him. It's the first good opportunity that he's had on the power play. Player for East Grand Forks isn't happy with that call. Sprague, Roy, and White. The draw was one back to White. White sent it in. Roy gives chase. There's Fitzgerald at the blue line. Walks across the blue line. Back to Sprague. This is where Sprague can be dangerous. Sprague, good shot. Saved by East Grand Forks. That's a good shot to take. Walking in off those sideboards. Same 5 skaters. That only took 14 seconds off the power play. Fitzgerald uses his glove to hold that one in. Tried to send it to Roy, got past him. Now Sprague's going to come up with it down below the goal line. Sprague moving to the sideboards, brings it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, big shot, gets through. Good job by the goalie of not giving up a rebound. Good job by Fitzgerald to get that one through. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first period. 1:26 on the power play. We've gotten 2 shots so far. Sprague again on the draw. Battling Roy with East Grand Forks, pushes it forward. Sprague should be able to come up with this, and he does. Turns. He's going to send that one back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald walks across to Engel. Engel back to Fitzgerald. These guys always like to try to find White on that far post. Sprague, back to Roy, back to Sprague. Sprague. Back to Roy. Roy sent behind. Now Roy with it. Roy's got a guy right on him. East Grand Forks able to break out. They come out, send it down low, Engel. Engel's got a guy right on him. He leaves it for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to Engel. Engel's going to gain the zone. Engel to Seaman. Shot from the point. Still loose in front. Good job by Salmon. Getting that puck in the open ice. This is giving an ice on East Grand Forks.
Come on, buddy. Come on, guys.
Draw coming into the Grand Forks area. 14 seconds left on the power play. There's 2 minutes and 58 seconds left in the period. Got shots now at 8-5 in favor of East Grand Forks. Seaman and Salmon. Salmon comes up with it. Salmon with space. Now Torin. To Salmon. Back to Torin. Oh, almost was able to thread that back to Salmon. There's Torin. He's got a couple guys on the sideboards. East Grand Forks breaks it out of the zone across the red line and across the Edina blue line. That's Keel giving chase. Nicely done by Keel. That's Salmon with help with Keel. Coming up on 2:10 left in the first period. Salmon. East Grand Forks is aggressive. Good job by Keel. I like that play by Keel. Keel took the player on in the open ice. Caught in the skates of East Grand Forks players. Salmon sends it down low. Then Edina goes and gets 5 fresh skaters out there. This is Falk pursuing. White keeps it in. Good job. Sends it back down to make East Grand Forks go the full length of the ice. Sent out. This should be an icing. Referee's arm is up. It is an icing. Good pressure after that penalty. Power play. Edina was able to get a couple shots and mostly kind of change the momentum of this period, which so far was more weighted in favor of East Grand Forks. Edina has had sustained pressure, forced a couple icings here. Off these draws, always opportunities to score. That was White on the draw, along with Finn and Falk. This should allow East Grand Forks the chance to clear the zone. They do, but Van Summer is able to collect it in the neutral zone and then take it from him right at the blue line. This is a dangerous player. Coming in for East Grand Forks, circling behind the net, leaves it there. Centering attempt. Good job by White getting a stick on it. Here comes White with momentum. Across the blue line. Sent in down low. Collision there. Oh, good job by Van Summer to kicking that one forward, holding it in, holds it in twice, and then eventually East Grand Forks sends it down. This is the 3rd icing in a while. That's what sustained pressure can do, is get these draws back in the Edina zone. I think East Grand Forks is asking about that hit on White. White did a good job of riding his player before he got to the puck. I think that's the right call, but some referees would have called that as an interference. Off that draw, there's Roy giving pressure, but East Grand Forks is able to break it out. Though not clean it. Oh, really good play there on the back check by Sprague. It led to an offsides, but Sprague also will make that player think about coming through the open ice again. That was a good job of him coming back on the back check and then laying a hit on the player right as he crossed the blue line, offsides. Salmon, Sprague, and Roy. A draw controlled by East Grand Forks. With a shot, save, rebound, still loose. Goes wide. Engel with it now. Engel gets it up to Roy. Roy using the near boards. But East Grand Forks with possession. Now in the final 15 seconds. Scriver covered that one up. 2 shots on that series by Grand Forks. They're now up to 10 shots on the period, 10-5 in favor of Grand Forks. We're down to 13 seconds left in the period. Draw in the Edina zone. It's important everyone marks their players. Make sure we don't create any opportunities for Grand Forks off this draw. That's White controlling, gets it out. Should just about do it. 6 seconds. There's White carrying it in. Horn's about to go. There's the horn. That's the end of the first period. Like I said, I've got shots at 10-5 in favor of Grand Forks. They had the lone goal on the day. Or lone goal on the period. I'd say these like 13, 14-year-olds in the box are doing a good job so far. I think they've had a flawless performance. I'm sure with all the tournament traffic, it's probably a way for them to earn some, perhaps earn some dough, like what what we do at ours. We just normally don't staff those with kids that young. So I've got a trivia question for y'all. It's midway through the first period. Good break in the action. Time for trivia. Folks may be aware that Alex Ovechkin has moved up the goal scoring leader in the NHL. He is currently in fourth place on the list of most goals scored in the career in the NHL. I'm sure you can guess who's number one. I won't tell you who's number one, but it's probably who you think it is number one. Can you name who are numbers 2 and 3 in front of Alex Ovechkin on the all-time NHL scoring list? I'll give you a chance to think that one over, and then we'll be back with the answer. So I mentioned that we were with the East Grand Forks fans. The American Legion is 100 yards away. We were the only real groups there, though there was a group from Cloquet. I don't know what time they had their game at, but it was kind of obvious. And we had a big group. They had a big group. Started talking to them. They were excited. I've got Mike Seaman. Mike Seaman, I'll let you take over the mic. Why don't you provide your answer, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not.
Hello, everyone out there in TV land. Mike Seaman coming from you from beautiful Roseau, Minnesota. Been a good first period for the boys, but I will step in and just give you a little bit of trivia. I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to throw it out there as a Pennsylvanian, not a Minnesotan. I'm thinking Gordie Howe and Mario Lemieux. And now back to Mr. Engel.
We had some good saves there by Scriver to start this period. So Mr. Seaman, very good educated guesses. He's close, I would just say that. It is Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe's number 2 on that list behind Wayne Gretzky. Number 1 is a fellow Pittsburgh Penguin as Mario Lemieux, but it's not Mario Lemieux. It's actually Jaromir Jagr. Jaromir Jagr is number 3 on that list. Alex Ovechkin will actually pass Jagr in the next couple of weeks, probably. I think he's only, less than a dozen or 2 dozen away from Jaromir Jagr. Jagr just had such a long career and was able to amass so many goals over that career. Lemieux on that list is like 10 or 11. Oh, there's another shot in. So 3 shots early for East Grand Forks this period. None of them were super dangerous, so they had plenty of good opportunities. Ryan needs to increase the number of good opportunities they had. This is a solid team. That puck is kind of stuck in the corner. Eventually, Salmon kicks it free, but East Grand Forks gets it on their stick. Fault comes out. That shot did get through. Scriver used his stick to deflect it, got it up in the netting. It is about 75 seconds into the second period. I need to update. That's a reminder I need to update. I was too busy coming up with trivia that I didn't update the score here. We're in the second. 15:46 remaining. Draw one cleanly back. Sprague is defending that one. Did get through to Scriver. East Grand Forks has gotten 4 quick shots on goal to start the second period. There's another dangerous one. This is going to be, I think, Engel on a penalty. He was tying up his man in front. It's going to lead to a penalty on Edina. I think they're going to get Engel. That's White as he touches it. It is indeed Engel. Let's see what they called Engel for a hook in front. He was tying up his man. It's kind of hard.
Keep battling.
Jaw coming up in the Edina zone to the left of Scriver. It's a dangerous point in the game. I think Edina needs to do what they can to kill off this penalty. Starts with Salmon, Keel, Seaman, and Fitzgerald. That draw controlled by Salmon initially. Grand Forks threw 3 guys on it. Eventually Keel comes up with it. Nicely done by him. He gets it to Salmon. Salmon's able to get it out of the zone, across the East Grand Forks line. Takes it behind the net, centering pass. Wasn't able to connect with Seaman. Actually, Grand Forks has it, but good job of killing off 20 seconds on this penalty kill already. Headman pass. Keel defending. Good stick there by Seaman. Gets on it. Knocks it away from East Grand Forks. They have to regroup in the neutral zone. Good penalty kill so far. We're 35 seconds into the power play. Grand Forks gets across the line. Now they send it deep, ring it around the boards. Grand Forks with it down low. Sideboards. This is dangerous. Shot and goal. That's another shot. Saved by Scriver. Wow, that was a good sequence there for East Grand Forks. Made the first save. The rebound was right in front. Sent his second one next to the net. Scriver looked behind himself to see if it was in the back of the net. It was not in the back of the net. It was in front of him. He jumped on it for a cover-up and a draw in the Edina zone. 4 fresh penalty killers out there for Edina. That's his Sprague. Sprague joined there by Torin. This goes across to the D. This is a dangerous shot. Tipped up into the netting. May have been tipped by Grand Forks. I think they're saying that was tipped by Edina. Stays in the Edina zone. 55 seconds remaining on the power play. Saber and Van Summeren on the points. Draw one back by East Grand Forks. Van Summeren uses the boards to get it out. Then Torin's able to get out. Nicely done by Ryan Torin. He's continuing to harass the player. Let's see if Sprague can use his long stick to poke it away, and he does. Torin then in the neutral zone. Cross ice by Grand Forks. They're across the zone. This is a dangerous spot. Down to 25 seconds left on the penalty. Chipped out by Torin. Nicely done. Down to 15 seconds on the one-man advantage for East Grand Forks in black. This is Falk and Saber. Dangerous spot there. Finn has taken off of his stick. Edina's back at full strength, but still stuck in our zone. We walk behind the net. We still need to clear the zone. This is East Grand Forks with it. They're still set up in a power play structure. Eventually that shot gets into Scriver. He holds on to it. I've got 8 quick shots in this period. 8 shots this period to 0 for Edina. So we start out this second period. We have played 4 minutes and 1 second. White on that draw. One cleanly back to Grand Forks. Shot from the point. Gets through. Still loose. And then second shot was saved. I got 2 shots in that sequence. Falk with it. Falk across the red line. He sends it down low. We need to get more zone time here on the left side of the screen. Puck squirts loose. This is going to be Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald uses the board. Still not out. Sent back in. Fitzgerald pushes it forward to Finn. Finn can't handle that pass on the far boards. That's Fitzgerald battling along with Finn helping out. Sent in by Grand Forks. Engel to Falk. Falk to Finn. Nice passes there. Here's White. White gets by one man. This is a dangerous play by White. Shot. First shot of the period. Good save there. Bad save by East Grand Forks. This is East Grand Forks with it. Sprague defending. Puck squirts loose. Keel with it. Could have been a slash there by East Grand Forks. Not called. Turnover there at the top of the circles. White gets it back. White cross ice. Front of the net. Almost stolen by East Grand Forks. This team from East Grand Forks is playing at a pace much faster than what the boys have seen all week. That's White who sent it down low. That's going to be a ice on Edina. They did generate 1 shot that sequence, putting the shots at 10-1 according to my count. Said it earlier, but I had shots 10-5 East Grand Forks in that first period. We just haven't been able to generate that much sustained pressure. Salmon on the draw. East Grand Forks walks it forward. Van Summeren. It knocked off of him. There's Seaman. Unable to get it out. This is dangerous. Player all alone in front. Huge save there by Scriver again. Huge save by Scriver again. There was a player left completely alone in front of the net. Scriver threw out his right leg as the player was trying to get it on his forehand. Kept that one from going in. The net came off. I don't know exactly what did that. But Salmon on that draw, controlled by East Grand Forks. Sent in. Good job by Saber. This is Salmon. Salmon should be able to. Seaman gets it out. I was about to say Salmon should be able to get out. Then Salmon pushes it forward to Torin. Oh, unfortunate on that offsides. I thought he dragged his foot enough, but it was called offsides. It was close. 10:54 left in the second. Score remains 1-0 in favor of East Grand Forks. These teams have both looked good. This game has lived up to its billing so far. Saber sends it in. Stop there. This is going to force Engel to retreat. He's got two guys coming on him hard. Engel gets it nicely to Seaman. Seaman cross ice to Torin. That's Salmon. Putting pressure on. Now East Grand Forks comes the other way. Oh, good job by Salmon coming back. Really good job by Salmon coming back on the back check. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's Salmon. Shot, hits the post. I don't think the goalie was ready for that one. That was close to going past him from the outside. Here's East Grand Forks coming back the other way. They go down below the goal line. White also helping Saber out down low. Run around the boards. Finn with it. Finn tried to use the glass. Well defended there. Then Finn knocked another guy down. He has played really physical this game, and I'm loving to see it. There's Falk. Tried to find Finn in the neutral zone. This is a breakaway coming back the other way. Oh, what a save by Scriver. I think Saber's going to go for a trip. What a save to keep this game at 1-0. I'm surprised they called that one. They're calling Saber with a trip. Edina fans don't like that one. I didn't see it. I didn't see a trip there. I thought the player got the shot off. It looked like the arm for the referee went up right away as the player went down, but I'm not sure he touched him. I'm in agreement with the disgruntled Edina, mostly dads right now. I think this is Fitzgerald taking the draw. So is Fitzgerald playing up or back? It's like, yeah, Fitzgerald is playing back, but took the draw anyway. It's still loose. That is still loose in front. I think eventually Scriver jumps on it. Oh, that was another dangerous one. Only killed 11 seconds off the power play. 9:37 left in the second period. Let's see if Fitzgerald takes this draw again. Sprague looks like he's going to take this one. This comes to the face-off dot. There's Sprague, pushes it forward but not out. And then Sprague got his stick on it. That gets it out. This will kill 10 or 15 seconds as East Grand Forks takes it all the way behind their net. Now they're on the rush on the near boards. That's Keel. This is dangerous if they're able to center. Now East Grand Forks is set up. There's a big shot from the outside. It goes wide. There's a lot of force on that shot. It is going to get out of the zone. Finn was almost able to poke that one forward. They're going to call Sprague. He was pushed into it. This is a bad call. You'll see that one. They're calling that one on Sprague. Sprague was pushed into it. I think Sprague was pushed into him too. There's a shot saved by Scriver. Edina's about to go two players down. This is a 5-on-3. This is a dangerous play. People don't like that call. I don't like that call either. This is a children's program. That's what I have to say on YouTube, so I'll keep my comments to myself. This is a crucial point of the game. 5-on-3 for 57 seconds. And we'll be defending the other penalty. I've got 3 penalties for Edina, 1 for Grand Forks so far. That's Keel and Engel and Salmon defending. East Grand Forks well set up. Gets a shot, gets a pass across. They're on the far boards. Salmon getting his stick out. Is at the point. They're forced to recircle. No shots yet. There's a shot saved by Stryver. Good save there. Gets a cheer from the fans. We're going to change out Salmon. It's always important to keep fresh skates on these fresh skaters on this 5-on-3. Down to 57 seconds left on the 2-man advantage. White's going to take this draw. Joined by Engel and Keel. A draw, one back by East Grand Forks. They go D to D, back to the first shooter. Hits traffic in front. There's a goal. That was just too hard. So it's now 2-0. Player was left. There's too many players to cover in front there. Edina now has a 2-goal deficit. We got shots this period at 16-1 in favor of Grand Forks. 1:28 left on the 1:28 left on the one-man advantage. That it's important that Edina does what it can to kill this penalty off. And that was really close to being the third goal for Grand Forks. Good pass. Just the tip went up and over the net. Grand Forks with all the momentum on all these power plays. Well done by Torin. He got his stick in front of that, sends it out of the zone. We're down to 1:08 left on the one-man advantage. It's Torin again in the neutral zone, causing havoc. Grand Forks gets in, sends it up into the netting. That should come out, and it will. It's going to come out of the zone. 57 seconds left on the penalty. The unfortunate thing is the player for Grand Forks went down. Sprague was the person who put him down, but if you actually looked, it looked like Sprague was pushed into him. If you're the ref and you just catch a quick glance of it, it looked like that was Sprague taking the guy down and against the boards. Here's White with a mini opportunity here, shorthanded. Here's White dragging, goal by White! What a goal by White! Shorthanded. That is exactly what we needed. You can hear the cheers. You can see the boys fired up on the in the Edina bench. That was just an unbelievable individual effort by White to answer shorthanded. Makes this game 2-1, only the second shot we had of the period. I'll tell you, this goalie for Grand Forks, if there is a weakness for this team, it may be that tender. He has not looked good on the 4 or 5 shots that he's faced. And here's Seaman. They could have called a penalty on that one too. Seaman gets it to Salmon. Nicely done. There's 35 seconds left on Grand Forks' advantage. Edina playing with momentum. Seaman still harassing the players down low. Eventually, Grand Forks gets it out. They try the right side. Centering pass. And Saber pushed it towards the sideboards. That's Salmon up at the top defending. Shot saved by Stryver. Another shot hit the pipe. That was a shot save. Stryver jumped on it. East Grand Forks wants a penalty there on Saber, saying that he jumped on it. He was close to jumping on it, I'll admit. Maybe you can see that on video. I think what he probably did is pushed it to his goalie, Stryver, which would be allowed. You can hand pass in the defensive zone. But that's what is causing some of the protests from Grand Forks. Oh, poked away. There's a 2-on-1 right out of the box. 2-on-1. There's White. White, a recent goal. Scores again! What a shot by White! Scores again! Makes it 2-2. Essentially gets 2 shorthanded goals. Edina fans are going crazy. I had those White unassisted and White unassisted. Someone probably passed it to White. I don't know who did, but those were spectacular 2 goals from number 12, Alex White. We only have 3 shots this period. 2 of them have gone in the net, and we have a tie ball game after giving up the goal 5-on-3, defending the rest of that penalty, which was still a significant minute 30. We scored 2 goals in essentially a minute 35. The final one was 5-on-5, but still with that momentum. Here's another opportunity. There's Roy. He blocked it with his skate. Now Roy gets another shot. That's a save by the Grand Forks goalie. Edina's playing with a lot of momentum now. Here's Salmon walking in. He's tripped and penalty arm goes up. Fans for Edina are happy to see the Grand Forks is finally starting to go to the bench or go to the penalty box. That was a trip on East Grand Forks. There's 6 minutes, 10 seconds left. Trip on East Grand Forks. The goodwill that was built up with the fans and the American Legion beforehand, I think will wear off fairly shortly. This is a high energy environment here in Roseau's Memorial Arena. That draw one back cleanly to Keel. This is where he's so dangerous from the point. He's got such a good shot. He keeps it low and hard and on net. That's Torin. Torin. He's going to feed Salmon. Back to Torin. Shot. That was a pass. He was looking for Seaman on the far post. Sent up. Waving off icing. Keel collects it. Keel turns. Loses an edge. Then Keel takes the player down. Now Keel's going to get a penalty. That just looked like a good, clean hit. I didn't see an elbow. They're calling Keel for an elbow. It's unfortunate. We're going to play 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 32. That was like a good, clean hit. Good, clean play by Keel. 4-on-4 hockey. 5:41 left in the second period. This is a tense environment. This is a tense part of the game here. There's a lot of ice. Let's see if Edina can take advantage of it. Both teams are really skilled. Both teams have some big players and some not so big players. That was Engel passing it forward to Sam. And here's Sam with momentum. Gets it into the Grand Forks zone momentarily, but stolen from him. This is a rush by that defender. Engel defending. Sent back. This is 4-on-4 hockey. We need to be aggressive. Don't let them set up. Well done by Salmon. Salmon tried to find Seaman. Seaman pokes it away momentarily. Then Grand Forks sends it all the way down. Should be icing. It is. Barely got past the line before a player hit it. 5:05 left in the second period. 56 seconds at 4-on-4 hockey left. Draw is back in the East Grand Forks zone. I've got shots this period heavily weighted in favor of East Grand Forks. 17-4. Oh, that was close. Sprague right off the draw. I thought that was another one, but he hit the side of the net. Fitzgerald over to Engel. Engel to White. White has 2 this period already. White gets a shot. He gets high and wide. I think the goalie lost sight of that one momentarily. Here's White down low. Tried to dangle by one player. He's got a defender right on him. Nicely done by the defender. East Grand Forks is able to get it out of the zone. There's 22 seconds left until they take the power play. There's a shot. Thing hit traffic, but dribbled just wide. Really entertaining game here on a Saturday night in Roseau. Engel to Sprague. Now Sprague is caught in offside. That's going to be offsides draw here in the neutral zone. 8 seconds. Then East Grand Forks will have an advantage for 25 seconds. East Grand Forks has a full complement of players. No fatigue won't be an issue like it was in games when far fewer skaters. That's Falk. On the draw. East Grand Forks controls. They get it in. Now they are on the power play. Shot hits traffic, goes past the net. That was Falk who pushed it forward. This forces Finn. Oh, this could be dangerous. Turned over by East Grand Forks. Finn with it. Finn trying to get it deep. Off his stick. Here's East Grand Forks back the other way. Van Summer defending. Shot goes wide. Edina's back at full strength. Oh, good job by Finn. Recovers, sends it up for Salmon. Here's Salmon. Salmon's going in 1-on-3, but it'll allow Edina to get some changes. Salmon down below the line. Trying to center it and pass to Falk in front. There's Van Summer and sends it down low again. Salmon's got a guy right on him. We're down to 3:17 left in the period. It is 5-on-5 hockey for the first time in a while. Shot from the side by Roy. That was a shot on goal. Covered up by the goaltender. Draw in the East Grand Forks end. Boy, those 2 goals by White really changed the momentum of this game. It kind of looked like, they were about to get a 3rd goal. It could have been 3-0 early. That's another shot by Roy. Blocker saved by East Grand Forks. Now they try to walk it out. Send it up the boards. Van Sumeren with it in the neutral zone. Takes it back to his own end. Van Sumeren tried to feed Sprague. Goes past him. This is a dangerous player. This 11 is dangerous for East Grand Forks. Shot from the outside. Got a stick on it. Goes wide. And Sumeren tried to shove it out of the zone. Unable to get it out. He's battling down there, getting help from Salmon. East Grand Forks comes up with it. This is dangerous, but unable to get it in front. Roy now uses the boards, gets it out. No ice. They said it was tipped. Coming up on the 2:15 remaining. East Grand Forks tries a headman it. I think Torrin's going to be able to cut this one off. He's got White over there too. That was offsides. It was sent in by Seaman. Nicely done. Sent in by Seaman. It was just offsides. Draw coming up in the neutral zone. White, Torrin, Seaman, Fitzgerald, and Engel out here for Edina. 2:05 left in the second. East Grand Forks controls. They circle back, send it up these near boards. Fitzgerald, they're defending. 7 versus 7. Number 7 versus 7. Here comes Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald try to push it forward. Nicely done there by Torrin. Here comes Torrin down that left side. Torrin pushes it forward. Seaman giving chase on the forecheck.
Pick up the pace, Luke!
Poked out by. Oh, unfortunately, I don't think Fitzgerald saw that White was still in the zone. It's in offsides. Draw in the neutral zone. 1:25 left in the second period. Got shots, as I said, at 17-5 in favor of East Grand Forks. With a score here of 2-2. It's been a battle. This has been a really entertaining game to watch. Hopefully you're able to track and are enjoying it as well. Sent back and forth. Here's Van Sumeren. Van Sumeren to Finn. Nicely done by Van Sumeren. Finn loses the handle in the neutral zone. Coming in the last minute of play. Here's Keel. Gains the line. Keel. Shot. Still dangerous. Salmon sent it towards net. Sent in front. Nobody home. We're in the final minute. Sent up and down into the Edina zone. Icing is waved off. Van Sumeren collects it. Van Sumeren then uses the boards, rings it to Falk. Turned over there. This is dangerous. Shot saved, still loose. Goal by East Grand Forks. That was an unfortunate turn of events there. Looked like we could have done better to get that one out. East Grand Forks retakes the lead in the final minute. It's always hard to give up goals in that final minute. None of that was Scriver's fault, that's for sure. There were 1 or 2 players just alone in front of the net. They got the first shot, and then it was a rebound that did us in. It's 3-2. Here comes White. Let's see, White, can you just do another one? White gets tossed to the side, no call. Oh, there is a call, late call, interference call. It looks like that's going to be against East Grand Forks, drawn by White. I didn't see it initially, but then later, I ended up calling a player for East Grand Forks for interference. With 31 seconds left in the second period, draw coming up in the East Grand Forks zone. This is Sprague, White, Roy, Engel, and Fitzgerald. Sprague takes it forward. So then knocked off his sticks, but to the side where Sprague's able to recover. There's not too much time left. Oh, Fitzgerald unable to handle that pass out. His stick breaks. 2-on-1 back the other way. There's a 2-on-1. Shot saved by Scriver. Another really good save. That was a really weird play. I don't know how his stick just snapped like that, but Fitzgerald's stick snapped on those far boards. Got by him, led to a dangerous 2-on-1 short-handed, which Shriver was able to deflect into the netting. We're down in the final 10 seconds. I think it would be good if we could just get to the period here. White's going to just wait on it, pass it forward to Sprague. Down final 3 seconds. Take a shot. Sprague turns it down low. That's it for the period. A very entertaining period. Score after 2 is 3-2. I think Grand Forks scored 2 and we scored 2 that period. I had shots at 20-5. 20 for East Grand Forks, 5 for Edina. 2-period total of 30-10. Edina's being heavily outshot here, but still down only a goal.